REITHA, you find yourself once again floating above the marketplace where you saw Aramir die. It's exactly the same as it was before, and you see Aramir walking through the street. He gets pulled into an alleyway, his coin purse and dream root cut away from his belt, and his throat is slit. Is there any part of this you want to focus on?
Focus on how he looks, what he's been through.
The vision resets, and this time you're closer to Aramir. He seems malnourished, but for the most part unhurt. He seems like he has gained a few coins, but he's running very low, that's why he's begging for food. And his dream root supply is running out.
He doesn't seem stronger.
He doesn't seem any stronger than he was before, but you're also not sure when this was, or if it's happened at all.
Who killed him?
The vision resets, this time you're closer. He gets pulled into the alleyway. The face of the person that kills him is mostly covered by a cloak, but you can tell it's a man, rather stocky, and as he slits Aramir's throat, you see a bit of his hood slides back and you see some black hair that's turning gray.
Any visible features, do they remind me of anyone?
Nothing very telling, although the clothes look cleaner than they should for a commoner.
Maybe the geographic location. Can I look around in the marketplace and see where he is?
The vision resets again, this time you're higher up. You look around. You could tell that this was some sort of castle that he was in, and all around are rolling plains.
Do I know what part of Andalusia this could be?
You're not sure exactly where it is, but it's definitely somewhere that you've passed through before. Your vision shifts. This time, you see Father with another man that you don't recognize. Father seems younger than he was when you last saw him, and you hear them talking. You don't understand all of the conversation. It seems as though they know each other, and they're talking about a new form of power, something about the Fey realm, and you see what looks like some sort of ritual going on.
Does it seem familiar?
It seems a little familiar. You recognize that the runes on the floor are the same as the runes that were present at the time you were announced as one of the chosen.
Their conversation, do they seem like they're agreeing with each other or arguing? What's the vibe of the conversation?
The unknown man seems somewhat excited. Father seems almost overly calm.
Like confident?
It's not exactly confidence, but more like he's waiting for something to happen.
And Father seems younger. Is this his past? Is this someone else's memory? Do I know this? Have I witnessed this?
You've never seen this before.
Can I ask, kind of to whatever dream space I'm in, why are you showing me this?
You don't hear an answer, and you feel yourself wake up and you feel a hand over your mouth. And you look up and you see Grayson holding his other hand to his lips. The room is dark. Darker than it was when you first fell asleep. You see a light shimmer around the two of you, very close to you. The door to the room opens, and you see the child that is apparently your brother. And he looks around and then leaves. You see the shimmer around you disappear. Grayson lets you go.
What? Why are we hiding from the kid?
I don't think that's Heston. Not anymore.
Where's Simon? Where's Godric?
I don't know. They must have left sometime during the night.
What? They left me?
We need to move. Find Caitlin and Tim. Roland as well if we can.
I'll grab all my stuff and I'll put Mouse in my pocket and I'll follow Grayson. I'll cast Blessing of the Trickster on him as an action, and I'll use Cloak of Shadows on myself, both class features. Grayson gets an advantage on stealth and I go invisible.
Go ahead and roll stealth for me. Invisibility gives you a +10.
27.
You make your way out of the guest house towards the main courtyard. Caitlin said she was going to practice something she learned from Lady Catherine earlier, somewhere in the courtyard.
And Tim?
I'm not sure, he was with Roland.
I can send a message for them to meet us in the courtyard now, and to be stealthy.
You feel a familiar wave of magic wash over you, and you see some flashes of light coming from the courtyard. As you get closer, you see Lillian looks like she's fighting back against Heston.
Can I do anything in this moment?
Yeah, if you want.
Fuck. This is reactionary at seeing someone I've known for the longest versus someone who is supposedly my family. What should I ever do? I will cast first level Guiding Bolt on Heston.
Go ahead, roll wild magic for me.
4.
Go ahead and roll me. Well, what's your emotional state first?
Confused, I suppose? I don't know what's happening. Chaotic.
Go ahead and roll me a d100.
100.
The guiding bolt begins to leave your hand, and then you feel all of the mana in this area dissipate. You are currently under the effect of an anti-magic field. The child stops attacking Lillian and turns and stares directly at you and begins running towards you. This is much faster than any human should be able to move. Grayson just grabs you and pushes you away. This is the time to run.
I'm running, and I will, the minute I feel we're out of the thing, I'm gonna try and do Cloak of Shadows again and go invisible. You can get the image of just like her pulling up a great cloak over her head and just vanish as she's running.
You vanish. Grayson is still running next to you, and you see the child appear directly in front of him. Grayson runs into the child and is pushed onto his back, and the child begins to attack him. Grayson's face very quickly becomes a bloody mess, but you feel the mana return to the area.
First level Guiding Bolt. Well, how close is he to me?
He is like 5 feet away from you. Maybe 10 now.
Yeah, that's close enough for me to hit him with the Guiding Bolt, baby. That's 120 feet.
Go ahead, roll wild magic for me first.
19.
Yeah, go ahead and roll the hit.
21.
21 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
14 points of radiant damage.
Heston turns away from wailing on Grayson to look at you. You see his eyes are bloodshot and his teeth are bared, and you see 2 fangs coming from his canines.
Do I roll initiative?
Please do.
17.
Back in the abandoned church, Heston has just disappeared from in front of your eyes. There is a puddle on the floor where your mentor was standing originally, and Gil is standing on the floor, looking very perplexed. Within the puddle, you see a small armband.
Simon's still with the wings out and the whole radiant glow going on. He's pale. He looks heartbroken. He flies towards the puddle, ignoring Gil, ignoring everything else. Just kneels and just drops the wings. He's just mumbling to himself, No, not again, not again, please, not again. And he just grabs on to the armband tightly. He's trying to scoop the goo, put it together. He's trying to heal the goo, trying to bring her back, trying to bring back Sheila, and he's just mumbling to himself like, no, come on, please, come back. And he's just pouring some energy to try to revive something that cannot be revived, maybe. And he just stops and just stares at the viscous of Sheila in his hands, and he's just grabbing his hair tightly, just almost pulling it off of his root, his head, his skull. And he just turns to Gil, and he looks so enraged. Why did you not do what I told you? Why can't you just fucking listen?
Why were you out here? Why were you out here?
Of course, you don't care. Yeah, you don't care. Yeah, of course you don't.
What was all this?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Simon's gonna look around. Is that book still around?
It is, yes.
He will get up. Doesn't care. He has Sheila goo in his hair, on his face. He's just going towards the book. I'm assuming there's like an altar there. Yeah, and just start going through the pages, reading anything to bring back Sheila.
Most of the book you don't understand. Talks about the Fae, the Nightmare Court. And then you come to the last page. The same page that you read the spell on.
You need to stop.
Are the materials still around?
They are.
You're asking why I'm here? I'm here out of false hope. And now someone has to die.
It seemed that has already happened.
She was already dead. And now we have someone on the loose that is truly a vampire.
Then let's go deal with that. We're going.
No, I don't think I will. No, I don't. I don't think I will. You go and hunt the undead. That's what you did, right? That's what you did in your little cabin for so long. That's all you're good for. You shoot first, hunt, and repeat the process. Go do that. Go do that. He's going to look at the spell, and he's going to make sure all the arrangements were correct on the floor.
Last time I checked, this is your mess. And if I have to clean it, you're going to pay. Now, we are going to solve this. We are going to clean up what you and this little missus of yours
I'm sorry.
made
I'm sorry.
up.
Who are you talking to right now, Gil? Who are you speaking to in such an attitude that thinks that can do me any harm right now? Because I can see a lot of blood on you.
Right now I'm talking to someone who's probably grieving out of their head. Doesn't know what to do next.
I know what I could do, and I'm asking you to leave.
Simon, we have to deal with this. I know what it's like to literally watch someone you care for burn. Now you want to keep on crying about it, fine. But we are doing it while we are making our way back to the manor.
No. Now what you gonna do about it, wild man? Because last I checked, you killed for sport and undead. I just gave you a target. And if the idea I'm thinking of is true, it's killing the competition back at the manor.
And what about REITHA? She's at the manor.
Her. Yes. Her. It's always about her.
That's what you make it seem like sometimes.
I'm starting to see the picture.
What?
Are you a virgin, Gil?
What does that have to do with this?
Simon would look at Gil, observe him for a minute, and pulls out a dagger. And then he resheaves it and picks up the book and walks away. His expression from grief just is gone. It is just a cold indifference now. Are you coming?
Gil is going to follow behind Simon.
He's going to put the braces away. He's going to look at the book and put it away. And he will start to run back to the manor.
Good day, listeners. Billy here to take you away for just a moment to say thanks for listening in on our adventure. This was all done for those who want to join us in exploring this massive and wonderful world our friend has put together. Now onto the bonus features you can access on our other media platforms. Give us a follow on our Instagram at dungeondweebspod and check out our subreddit at reddit.com/r/dungeondweebs. Again, thank you for your time. Now, let's see where we left off.
The manor comes into view. You get to the gate, which is just hanging open, and you just smell blood. The bodies of guards strewn around. It seems like their throats have been ripped out. And then you feel a massive pulse of magic. You begin making your way towards the main house. And you see REITHA and Grayson running. And then you see Grayson fly backwards. And you see the child on top of him. A flash of light comes from REITHA, and the child stands up and begins moving towards her. Simon, you are the first in initiative.
My action is going to grapple. I'm going to tackle the kid. 18.
That is a 20.
With my second attack, I'm going to use the butt of Dawn's Valley, and I'm going to slam it into the temple of this kid.
Go ahead and roll the hit.
More than 18 plus. 18 plus 9.
Hits.
7 points of damage.
Yeah, you hit him in the temple, he reels back and hisses at you.
So when he hears the hiss, like, come on, right here, fight, come on!
That would be Heston's turn. He is going to jump at you. You take 14 bludgeoning damage, and that would be his turn. Gil, that is you.
I guess I'm going to use Ensnaring Strike on the kid. Power up one of my arrows and shoot it at him. 22 to hit.
22 does hit. Your spell save is 15?
Yeah, he needs to make a strength save 15, so he's probably going to make it. He does take an extra d6 of damage, though. It takes 4 magical piercing damage, plus 8 extra piercing damage from the actual bow, and second shot is going to be an 20 to hit.
That hits.
3 plus 6 is 9 damage, and then add a d6 for Veruna. 5 lightning damage.
He is going to strike back against Veruna. Veruna takes 10 points of damage. REITHA, that'll be your turn.
I'm gonna look at Simon and whisper to myself, I know they wouldn't have left me. But Simon, Gil, and Grayson will all glow green and be blessed. I will cast Bless on all 3 of them.
Cool, give me some wild magic, please.
17. And all of you will get a d4 to your attacks and saving throws. And as my bonus action, I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to quicken a spell. And I'm going to cast Sacred Flame at Heston. And Dex 15.
He succeeds.
Then I will run far enough away that I'm still within range of the battle, but just, far enough that I'm out of slashing range of this guy. So maybe like 10, 20 feet away.
Yeah, you move away. Simon, you hear an impossibly deep voice come from this child. You wouldn't hurt a child, would you? Please make me a wisdom save.
22.
Yeah, his words have no effect on you.
You're not a child. Just die.
Go ahead, roll the hit.
Simon's gonna grab with his free hand the chain whip he purchased like 2 towns back, and he's going to try to grapple this mutant child and with the chain over the creature's mouth. 18.
22.
Okay, cool. I'm doing it again. 15.
16. He is going to run to REITHA first. That's his legendary, so it's not an opportunity. REITHA, he grabs your arm and he says, "Aren't we family?" Go ahead and make me a wisdom save.
26. I will say to him as he say this to me, I barely saw you as family before tonight.
I'll tell all of you now. This is a fight. You cannot win. Leave this place, and I won't kill you. In fact, I will even give you a boon. What say you? He's looking directly at you, Simon.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
The valiant hero. Amusing. You see Heston begin to transform. Wings sprout out of his back. He grows a few feet taller. His limbs grow thicker. His clothes rip. And as this is happening, he raises his hands and you see a stream of blood flying towards him from the bodies of the dead guards. I'll give you one more chance. Leave with your lives, or die here.
You'll just let us go to hunt us down for sport.
I may be many things, but I am not alive. Leave, take your friend, and you will keep your lives, and this will become my home, as would have been the child's birthright anyways. You never wanted to be here in the first place anyways, did you?
Doesn't mean I want people to be hurt.
I'm gonna need the party to roll an insight check.
19.
24.
For REITHA, she is reading of Simon doesn't want to go for some reason. And Simon would leave if things get bad. This is one of those moments.
Gil understands the situation, and he sees Simon's like, he's not going to move this idiot. So he's going to quickly shoot Simon's bag in location where he put the book at, and have Runa light the arrow on fire. So, is this an attack one?
Yeah.
32.
Yes, it hits the bag of holding.
All the context goes in the astral plane.
Gil's gonna put down his bow and say, we're leaving. We're leaving right now.
I will move to Simon and stand in front of him. I don't know what happened, but I don't think we can win this right now. We can come back. Please?
Simon just looks at you. Really looks at you. Question for you. How many times do you look at Simon in the eye?
I'm looking at you in the eye the entire time we're saying that.
The eye color that he normally has is not there anymore. The eye color changed from his. He has a normal golden looking coloration of his eyes now. It's a steel, like gray silver. If that makes sense. His expression is, I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, and it's just cold indifference. And he just starts to disengage from the creature at this point.
We are now out of combat.
Gil, grab Grayson. I will lead Simon to where Lillian is and ask her where Reggie is.
I'm not sure.
I'll cast sending. Reggie, where are you?
Come west. Gil should have gotten a note.
He's okay. He's west. Let's go. Let's meet him. Come on, Simon.
He doesn't respond, but he just follows you.
I'm gonna hold Simon's hand and lead him while everyone's following, and we're gonna go west.
I'll be leading the way with Grayson on my back.
Simon, through the entire moment of this, is again walking like he's not in shock. He is soldiering through whatever the hell is happening right now. But he's been very silent, very quiet.
The three of you gather up Grayson and Lillian and walk away as Huston begins walking towards the main house. You exit the manor and begin heading west towards the hills.